Good afternoon. My name is Annelies Victorias. I'm here to talk to you about outsourcing. Outsourcing is when a company takes a U.S. job and ships it overseas to India, China, or Taiwan, for example. The problem with outsourcing is it is causing the American citizen to fight with the foreign people over in the job market. So let's say, for example, normally you graduate college, you go out to the workforce, you expect your competitors are going to be the other students you graduated with. You don't think it's going to be someone who graduated in India for the same job. We're seeing this a lot with computer engineer jobs. Initially, outsourcing started off as just the non-skilled jobs, call centers, telemarketers, debt collectors. But now we're seeing lawyers, computer engineers are also being outsourced from these U.S. companies. Initially, outsourcing is considered not a good thing for the economy, and companies will try to turn it around and make it seem like it is a good thing for the company. Yes, as a business plan, if you want to make more profit, you want to pay an individual overseas less money who's going to do the same job as someone here. The problem with that is you are decreasing the buying power of the consumers here by shipping jobs overseas. Now, let's take a look at another aspect of it, which is how people over there are being put in these very poor working conditions, apart from how it affects us. We also have to think about how it's affecting them. Because even though it's just our economy being affected, you also have to think about maybe how it's affecting the people who are being outsourced over there. Maybe not so much the computer engineers. I'm sure they don't have it so bad. But maybe these telemarketers or these assembly line workers and what we've heard of as sweatshops are really being affected by it. I'm going to show you a picture of a Foxconn company. This is in Hong Kong, and this is an article where they talk about how they passed a job inspection, but a lot of people are saying they only passed the job inspection because while the job inspection was happening, they modified their regular work day. They have 16 to 17-year-olds working 15-hour shifts with maybe one break. There was one girl that was interviewed, and she said that she got 3 breaks on the day that the inspection was being done. So did they really pass their inspection? Maybe not. Maybe they just decided, hey, for this inspection, let's change things around to make it look like we're doing things the right way. These are young girls whose lives are being affected. Here we can see them putting together computer parts in an assembly line. Foxconn is used by Apple. They're a contract manufacturer. Now, that's just one of the things. The other thing is, when you ship a job overseas, that money's going into that country. That person's getting paid U.S. money to produce U.S. products. But guess what? The money's not coming back into our economy. The person over there isn't turning around and ordering stuff from here. And if you look around, most of the things you have in your home, if you look at where they're made from, they're made from China. They're not made in the U.S. And sometimes maybe it says it is made in the U.S., but parts of that product are transported, imported from other countries like China. China's our biggest importer. Another thing we got to look at is the graduates that are getting out of college now, are able to start at that bottom part of the company and working their way up because they have weak resumes these companies don't want to hire these kids. They want to look for these other kids, and this is affecting majorly our math and science department in the country. It's going to affect our economy in the long run. Everybody's looking at the short term, the fast profit of, you know, spending less money and getting more out of having these people work for you for a lower amount. If you look at the unemployment rate right now, the Bureau of Labor Statistics is at 7.6%. Do you think that it's going to get any better if we keep sending jobs overseas? It's not. We also have to think about soldiers coming back from Iraq and all the other wars that we have all around the country. You think they're going to be able to find jobs when they come back here? Absolutely not. If you decide to call your credit card company right now, you'll probably have somebody who is going to answer the phone, and they're going to say their name is John or Jenny or Julia, but they have an Indian accent. Yes, I understand we live in a country full of different cultures, and yes, maybe this person does live in the U.S., but most probably than not, you're calling a call center that's stationed in India, where instead of having someone from the U.S. answer your phone call, you have somebody in India helping you out. And it's not just private companies doing this. The government is also doing this. In itself, the government is having your tax returns filed over there. In 2011, it was just 5,000 tax returns that were prepared by Indian workers. Last year, 2012, 25,000. Next year, it could double that number, 50,000. It's not just about the workers being over there and not the money's not coming back over here. Your personal information is going to another country. Your social security number. After that, you also have to understand that you're not going to stimulate the economy if you're not buying stuff made in the United States. If you're buying stuff from China, guess what? That money's going to China. And what we have to do about this is we have to get our government to stop doing this. We have to get them to penalize these companies that are shipping jobs overseas by putting a fine on them, where the company understands that it's more cost effective to have jobs stay here, stimulate the economy here, than shipping them overseas. So I'm asking for your support to please ask your government. We have to stop these companies from doing this. I want to show you another thing here. Right here, this is an example of a deficit that we have going on with Mexico. This is only up until 2007 from the Census Bureau. The green line shows U.S. imports from Mexico. The red line shows U.S. exports to Mexico. As you can see, the green line is above the red line and growing, meaning we are a country that's constantly asking for things from outside of the United States. We need to stop that. This country, the independence itself from another country to get better and become more independent, and we have to do that by not using other countries' resources that we don't necessarily need. This means textiles, electronic equipment, and food. We need to start bringing things to the United States. And this is your life that's being affected, your children's life that's being affected, and these poor people across the ocean that are also being affected. We need to get the government to stop doing this and start penalizing these countries by putting a monetary fine that's going to cause them to think that it's more cost effective to keep jobs in the United States.
Yeah.